the link. So anyway, he's trying to get set up, but right now it just says waiting for guests. So I don't know if he's going to be able to make it in or not. But it was a trainee that I trained last summer. He came to work for Rosedale Transport, and he worked with us for a little bit. And he decided that trucking wasn't for him, and now he drives a bus in the city. So I was going to do an interview with him, and he was going to let everything know how he was going. But we're waiting for him to come on live now, so we'll see what happens. Everybody doing all right tonight? All right, give me a few minutes. Let me see if I can get it down back on, and I will come right back, y'all. So y'all hold on. All right, I'm back, y'all. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate that. They got Blind Production says new subscriber. Love your videos. That's awesome, dude. Foreign Steezy, what's happening? I'm sitting at home tonight. What's up, Trucker B? Glad you joined me. No, I'm just kicked back, sitting on the back porch. It's the weather's nice down there. It's like 60 degrees right here in Georgia, so I'm just chilling. But we're waiting for my past trainees. Going to try to come in live with us, and I'm going to do an interview with them. And if you've got any questions, we'll be able to take some questions and answers for you. But while we're waiting on them, how's everybody else doing other tonight? Everybody doing good? I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, I've had a good weekend. Yesterday we went to church, and me and my wife were just we went today, did a little furniture window shopping. If we get that new house, we're gonna have to get some furniture. So we just did some window shopping right now. But let's see. Blind Production says, yeah, it's a nice day. I think it was like 65 for the high Atlanta. Yeah. So you live in Atlanta, Blind Productions? Yeah, I live right outside of Atlanta. I don't live far at all. Right now I live about 27 miles from downtown Atlanta. I live out west, at I-20 West. Justin Parker says, I'm doing good. I got my handheld radio and plugged it up to my amplifier. Shoot, I got it from Virginia all the way to Texas. Really? That's freaking awesome, dude. Right on, dude. Right on, man. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so Andy just sent me the guy was going to go on live with me. He just sent me a thing and said that he couldn't get in with me. So yeah, he's having problems. I guess if you've got I have an Android phone, but it works if you do. I can do it with the with iPhones. It'll do it. So I guess Andy, if you watch, sorry about that, man. But yeah, it's not going to work on your phone, I guess. So sorry about this. We won't be able to do an interview with him. But I got y'all on if y'all have any questions. Caden said it's 27 degrees here in the thumb of Michigan, freezing. What's up, Canadian Grower 420? What's happening, buddy? Hope y'all have a good weekend. That's awesome. Appreciate your comment. So we've got Foreign Steed in the house, Blind Productions, Trucker B, Justin Partridge, Caden, and Canadian Girl. What's up, everybody? About his lost signal. I've got Andy. He's going to be on the other line real quick. So I'm going to bring him on. He won't be able to be on video, but he'll bring audio. So y'all give me 1 minute. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call him on speakerphone real quick so we can do the interview that way. Y'all give me 1 second. All right, y'all. The phone interview with him. All right, can you hear me okay? Yeah, I can hear you good, Andy. What's up, buddy? All right, well, you're live on YouTube right now. This is Andy. Y'all, I don't have him on video, but I got him on a phone call. Can you hear me okay, Andy? Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Okay, great. All right, so what I was telling them is that I trained you last summer. You come and you worked for you work for the company that I work for now, and you trained to become an over-the-road truck driver. Then after a few months or whatever, you decided you didn't want to be an over-the-road truck driver. Now you drive a big city bus. Now, is that right?
Yep, that is correct.
All right. Well, let everybody know how what you're doing now, and how you find out that over the road wasn't for you. And if anybody has any questions, y'all can ask them questions. I can read your comments, and we'll ask them while we got them live. So go ahead and shoot, Danny. Tell your story.
Okay. Well, so I've always enjoyed driving, and I like to keep moving, and that was kind of what drew me to commercial driving and truck driving. And for me, I really did enjoy the driving part of it. But what I didn't enjoy was, driving's not the only part of driving a truck, just like it's not the only part of driving
exactly.
a bus. There's a lot of parking, sitting, and downtime.
Yeah.
And for me, there's a lot of planning as far as like planning where you're going to stop, planning loads and kind of organizing that, and having to wait on live loads and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
And there was just a lot of, and I'm not saying I really just hated it or couldn't stand it. I really did enjoy driving a truck and working with that company. But for me, I wanted something, the pay I just wasn't happy with the pay. It wasn't worth the amount of time I was putting in, I felt like.
And that's like that with a lot of truck drivers. You can be over the road, and the time you put in, it's a lot. It's a lot of time. We can make good money out here, but then we have bad weeks where it's bad money, and then you have to look at being at home and being away from your loved ones and what's best for you. So what are you doing now? Tell them what you're doing now.
So now, it's hourly. I'm just doing fixed routes across the we're a city in the southeast. Our federal funding is based on a population of, I think, 199,000, just a little under 200,000 people is what our official service area is. So we're not a small backwards town, but at the same time, we're not like a really big city, like a major metropolis.
So you still got your CDL. So just because when you get your CDL, you don't have to be an over-road truck driver. You have a lot of options. That's what I'm trying to tell people. So you drive for a city bus.
Yeah, right. For this one, you only need Class B. And the company I'm with, it didn't used to be this way, but they now will pay you to go from a regular Class D license. They will pay you $18 an hour to get the endorsement, the passenger endorsement, and the Class B CDL.
So they paid you for your training, extra training.
Yeah, they pay you $18 an hour, and the hours aren't so good as far as training wise, because they don't necessarily train you 8 hours a day,
Yeah, but it's better training over the road. You remember you went out with me for how long? You trained in my truck for how long? Like 4 or 5 weeks?
Yeah.
So that's those are little crazy hours too.
Yeah, it's crazy hours. And this is another thing too is, with trucking, the amount of money you make is really kind of based on, it's a hustle culture. The amount of money you make is based on how much time you put in and really how hard you want to push it.
Right. And I guess with driving a bus, it's kind of like you just got to show up.
Oh, go ahead.
You just kind of show up, driving the bus, do your hours, and go home.
Right. Yeah. Your whole day is planned out, start to finish, and to the point to where if you was to bust a tire, that would put you behind. But they're going to have another bus out there, so they really keep your plan. There is no, my blew a tire.
Right. Yeah. With trucking, with over-the-road trucking like I do, and what you're trying to do, you never know what you're going to do. Like I may have a flat tire, and then I may get stuck in traffic, and I could be home on Friday, and then it's actually Sunday for I'm home. Every day is a different day for an over-the-road truck driver. So there's definitely something different. So that's good. So I'm glad you found something though. That's awesome.
Yeah. That's one thing I really like about it. It's a much lower stress. I think of it as a much lower stress job,
right?
Just because everything is planned out. In trucking, you're dealing with days and hours. Here, it's really down to seconds and minutes as far as like making it to your next. We have schedules that we have to keep so people can transfer to different buses downtown and stuff. But they really want to keep it on time.
Yeah, that's just good.
It's not like where you say you might blow a tire and not make it home on Friday. The bus really has to get where it's going. People got to get where they're going. Get to work.
Definitely. So if you break down, they just bring another bus to you.
Yeah. So it's actually happened to me. I haven't had a bus actually have a mechanical major issue. But like, for example, where we had temperatures dip down to below freezing for like a few days. and it was a major safety hazard. And what was going on is some of the buses, they have hydraulic lines that operate things, and those lines were being damaged. And also what's happening is the brakes were freezing. So just like how the brakes can freeze on a trailer,
Right.
what happens is we have to set our parking brake every time we stop and like get out of the seat. So, and I had a layover at the end of my bus line, and it was going to be like 10, 15 minutes. So as within procedure, I set my parking brake and check my bus out. You're supposed to check your bus on the inside out when you get to the end of the line, check for any lost stuff. Well, I set my parking brake, and I was only parked for like 5 or 6 minutes, but in that time, my parking brake froze so much to where I couldn't even get it to let go, like trying to drive with the parking brake on. And they had to come out, and the mechanic had to use a blowtorch.
Wow.
Or something to get them to really. I forget what exactly. He had a propane torch. I think that's what he used to kind of warm up the end to let go.
Yeah, it's different. It's different from when you're hauling like pallets and from you're hauling people.
So I probably could have kept that bus, but they said go ahead and get rolling and get back on time with the fresh one. So
right.
Stuff like that has happened. I had one bus. It wouldn't. The wheelchair ramp quit working. Like it blew a fuse. So things like that will happen. And
yeah, I mean, stuff happens. I mean, ain't nothing perfect. You're gonna have stuff break down everywhere. So, but overall, driving a bus, you like it. It's you say so you got a pretty set schedule.
Yeah, everything's set. So when you start out, you kind of just fill in for other people. So you never know what you're going to work, but eventually they'll give you a run where you do the same things every Saturday. I have a run I have a run for every day of the week.
Right.
And then I'm off Mondays and Thursdays.
So, but you got set days off.
Yeah.
See, I haven't had a set day off in 15 years.
Right. Yeah, they do. They always start you out with a set day off. But the thing about it too is just like in trucking where you're set day off here, with it being a government job and stuff, they can they pretty much will require you to work your off days.
Right.
It's a union job, and that's in the union contract, is that any time off, whether you put in for vacation or whether it's just your normal day off, is always subject to manpower availability. Right. So this is a job for people who like a lot of overtime.
They pay well for that too. They give you time and a half or something.
Require you to work, and that doesn't bother me. But you are required to work your off days if they need you to.
Well, that's awesome, man. Andy, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you found something that you liked, and that's all that matters. Just being happy and getting home to your family, and that's great, man. I'm glad to hear you're doing good.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely another thing about it too that's different is it's more customer service oriented, obviously, because you're dealing with the general public.
True.
Trucking, it's a solitary job. Rarely you deal at the end, at the beginning, and you go to truck stop. That's about it. But this one, I deal with people all day, every day, and it's driving is always the easiest part of these jobs. Driving is the easy part. And it's the same thing with this. Only the added difficulty, of course, is it's a customer service job where you have to deal with people that are having all kinds of different days. It's kind of like working retail where people sometimes get mad at you for no reason. But it's just as long as you know how to deal with people, that's a big part of this job.
This is my son, y'all. This is my son, Jay. Say, Jay.
Hi.
I'm at home with him. But Andy, I appreciate you joining me. Thank you for joining me live and answering those questions. So, yeah, all right. But I'll holler at you later, Andy. I appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, I want to add one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
I was watching on your channel where you've been talking about railroad crossings.
Yeah.
And I actually have a question for maybe a truck driver thing. Do you have hazmat on your CDL? Do you do hazmat?
No, I don't.
So I've always wondered, when you drive a bus, that's one of the things they really train.
You got to open the door and honk the horn and all that, right?
No, we don't have to do any of that. We just stop, look both ways, and and you clear your tracks. You don't have to honk the horn. But I've always wondered, in a bus, we always stop at every track, no matter what. But I've always wondered how people like dealing with hazmats and stuff. They get to a railroad crossing, and you don't have to stop unless you're hauling hazmat.
Right.
So I've always wondered what it's like is if you guys ever drive over railroad tracks and be like, oh, wait a minute, I've got a hazmat load. Because it's not as simple as stop every time.
Well, when I'm driving, I stop every time and look. I don't give a dang. I've never crossed a road track without looking.
But yeah. I have propane trucks that pass me all the time when I'm stopping, and I see the propane truck and the bumper sticker.
No, I've never crossed a road track without looking. I just think that's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Do you
crazy.
have to open your door? Do you have to open the
We had
door?
a truck here get hit recently.
Do you have to open the door?
So I will say that I don't open the door. They told me not to. When I tried to, they said that they laughed at me and said that we're not a school bus. We don't have to open the door.
Okay, so it's the school buses that do, right?
Yeah, school buses, I see them, they stop and open the door. But they told us not to because it's a safety issue. I think they're worried about people will get off thinking it's a bus stop and they'll just jump off without saying anything.
Oh, God. Yeah, you know that.
People will do that. They you'll stop at a red light and people will just walk forward to the yellow line trying to get off. They're like, hey, let me out. And it's like, I can't let you off here. This is where the bus stops across the red light or stuff like that.
Right. Well, Andy, I appreciate you joining me. I'm going to jump off here, but yeah, appreciate that. Stay in touch with me. You got my number, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Have a good night.
See you, man. All right, that was Andy. If you just joining me live, he was joining me here. I trained him last summer as an over the road truck driver. Shut the door back, son. I trained him as an over the road truck driver last summer, and then he really didn't like being over the road. There were some things. It's hard being over the road. When you're over the road, you have a lot of stuff you got to deal with. You got to be be away from your family. You have a lot. There's a lot of stress. So not everybody's going to be truck drivers. What's up, Twisted D? Glad you joined me. Gordo Way. What's up, buddy? Missy said, absolutely, the time being from home is not equaling up to the pay. Oh, exactly. Let's see what we got here. Trying to read these comments real quick. Well, it's not. Let me read them right now. Oh, there it goes. Okay, somebody says, see, nope, not in the truck today, 420. Contact creators have been using StreamYard. Yeah, I've seen that StreamYard. I need to start using that. Like I said, I'm new to YouTube, y'all. I'm there's no truck driver. My son actually here is teaching me everything. My 8-year-old son. You taught me about screen record and a lot of different things. So he's well, I'm 5 months old. I'm not like 5 years old, but I'm kind of new to YouTube.
Well, I've been playing YouTube for 3 years.
Yeah, he's doing it. He's got a channel too. It's called Charizard Party. He's got about 3,000 subscribers. He's doing good. But yeah, he's taught me a little bit. So anyway, I appreciate y'all joining me. But like I was talking about, being over the road truck driver is hard. It's a lot of stress, and it's not meant for everybody. So you may get out there on the road, and you might not be able to deal with the stress. You might not be able to, breaking down. And it all adds up. So it takes a special person to be on the road, but give it a try. And if something happened and you don't like being on the road, just like Andy, he left. Now he drives a bus in the city, and he found something he loves. So it's all about finding something you love. If you're out over the road and you're miserable, then get out of it. If you don't do whatever you do during the day, but do it because you love doing it. If you don't love doing it, then it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Twisted D said, who are you training for? I train at Prime. Rosedale Transport. I'm a trainer with them. I started back with them back in 2008. I right out of school. I worked for them for about 4 years. Then I quit, and I worked for a few other companies like Heartland and stuff like that. But then now I'm back I've been back with them for a couple of years now. Twisted D said, I use StreamYard, about to go live in 30 minutes. Twisted D, I'll definitely check it out, buddy. I'll subscribe to your channel. Is your channel called Twisted D? I'll make sure I try. Y'all give a shout out there. What kind of stuff do? You do stuff about trucking, or what do you do, Twisted D? Let me know. Trucking stuff. Okay, buddy. Guess what? I'm gonna subscribe to your channel right now. Hey, y'all check out Twisted D if you're watching my channel. He said he does trucking. I'm about to go check it out myself. So, and you said you do you do live streams also. That's awesome, dude. All right, I said LeVar said yes, it can be stressful because you have to be on schedule all times. The part that scares me is to win. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. I do, man. But I appreciate y'all joining me tonight on that little interview. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna do some more. I've got another one that I'm gonna be doing next week. Since I subbed to you for a while, appreciate it, buddy. Well, I'm sorry. I'll sub to you right now as soon as I get off this live. I'll definitely join you. I like supporting all my trucking channels, so that's awesome. But yeah, I've got another interview. I got another interview that I'm going to be doing with a actual truck driver that I trained. I don't know if you remember Tevin. Tevin's doing good. He's running Canadian runs. He's from Atlanta to Canada to Winnipeg and back. And this is his next week will be his third week. This is his second week running by himself. So I know y'all got some questions for him. So I'll definitely do an interview with all him. I talked to him earlier. So one day this week we're going to do one when he's doing third shift right now. So I know he's asleep right this second. So it's a little different. So I'll find out with him when we'll do it. And if y'all got any questions and answers, I'll definitely do it. Caden, he says, Sean, answer my question. Okay, let me see if I go back and see what the question is, Caden. I think I've seen it earlier. Okay, it says, can I become a truck driver with prior driver license, like driving on suspended, fleeing, and eluding? Yes, you can. Do you have a long? Are you suspended now? I mean, you can't be suspended now, of course, but yeah, you can. You can definitely have evading and eluding. The reason I know that is because I caught evading and eluding, reckless driving when I was 20. 8 years later, I got my CDL. So, yep, I did get a reckless driving. And I was 19. Yeah, I was 19. I got a reckless driving, evading and eluding when I was 18, 19 years old. That was before, I've straightened my butt up now, but no DUI, nothing like that. But I did have that. And then I got my license cleared up. And then I went and got my CDL. And I haven't had a point on my license since. I've been driving for 15 years. So, yes, hopefully that answers your questions, buddy. All clears and fine plays. You should be good, bud. Do your thing. Larry said, I remember the guy with the. Yeah, the guy with the braids. That's right. That's right. Well, actually, I've had three guys with braids. The guy with Trainee has got braids. The guy before that has braids. And the guy before that. So this is the third one in a row I've had that I've trained with braids. But yeah, Tevin. It's definitely Tevin. But yeah, he's doing great. Tevin's doing awesome. And I'm going to do an interview with him soon. So, hey, I appreciate y'all joining me. Kate said, what if I'm still a felon? That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, bud. I mean, I'm one too. So it happens. Of course, the last charge I got was in 2005, but it's been a while. But, I got out and got my CDL in 2007, and I haven't gotten in trouble since. So, yep, you can still get them, Caden. No problem. But anyway, I appreciate y'all joining me on this live. Appreciate y'all watching my channel. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, hit that bell for future notifications. Let me know in the comments if I can ever help y'all. If you're new truck drivers, old truck drivers, send me a comment. I do everything I can to read these comments back. Last night, it took me almost 2 hours to read all my comments to get caught up. And then I got up this morning, it took me another hour. So I'm spending, a lot of time answering the questions back. I do everything I can. Drivers, if you see a question in the comment and I don't have an answer, y'all try to help these new drivers out and answer for me. Again, I appreciate it. This is Trucking Live for Sean. Let's get it. Oh, good evening, Miriam. Good evening from Dallas. Daniel Q, old DUI. You should be fine on that one. No problem, Kate. Does anybody get any more questions before I jump off here? What's up, LeVar? LeVar Clemens in the house. Appreciate you joining me. Anybody got any more questions? I'll give it a few more. I'm not driving right now, so I'm able to take questions. If you got any questions for me, let me know. I will let them know. So we'll give it one more minute just to see if anybody has any questions. Do. What's new? Well, I'm just at home. I'm home chilling and relaxing now. So I go back out tomorrow. Tomorrow I got to go back out and pick up my trainee. Got to go back to Nashville, grab him, and we are running to Pensacola, Florida. All right, let's see here. Twisted D said, how's freight for you right now? Freight's good. I mean, it's a little slow. It's always slow this time of year. Carpet slowed down a little bit. We do haul a lot of carpet. It's slowed down. Tires are still running about the same, but, we work out of Dalton, Georgia, so we had to do a lot of carpet hauling in Florida. It's slowed down. How many holes back is 41 feet for sliding tandems? Look, let me tell you the best way to calculate it up, okay? I don't count my holes. I actually count my feet. So let me explain it to you. On a 53-foot trailer, you got 53 feet, right? We're talking about bridge law here. From top to the end is 53 foot. You're always going to have 3 feet in the center of your kingpin. So take 3 feet off. That's going to leave 50 feet. So if you get to the very back of your trailer, now the trailer's 53 foot minus the 3 feet, so you're 50. You go to the back of your trailer and you count up 9 feet, that's 41. You follow me on that? The trailer's 53 foot long. 3 feet in is the kingpin, the actual kingpin thing. That's 3 feet in. So now from there to the end is going to be 50 feet. So if you count at the very end and you count up 9 feet, that's your 41 mark. And I do it with my feet. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can do it like that. Also, it's like 2.5 panels, I believe, works. But that's the best way to explain it. Miriam said, bravo, it's nice to see you relaxed at home. Oh, yeah, it's nice. It's so much nicer. I like being home. So I'm fixing to get off this line so I can get in there and spend some time with him. But Lamar said, God bless you, big bro. Have a good Monday. Hey, I will, man. I'm going to go ahead and jump you off here since there's no more questions for me so I can get back in there and spend time with them. Appreciate all y'all. Let's get it. Meh, meh.